I remember years back when I first saw this game in the pre-owned aisle in game, at the height of the Christopher Nolan Batman movie series. I loved those movies and thought I should give this game a chance, and decided to purchase, but with no expectations. And oh boy, was I in for a surprise. You of course play as the world's greatest detective, the Caped Crusader, the defender of Gotham, the Dark Knight himself, the Batman, in a third-person action game released in 2009, starting with you taking the Joker into Arkham Asylum. Wary of how easy he was caught, Batman wants to personally oversee the Joker get taken into his holding block. Tension builds brilliantly, with an announcement of Category Red Alpha over the tannoy, and for all non-essential staff to vacate each area we enter, showing how secure the asylum is and how wary the workers are being as well, due to how dangerous the Joker is. The Joker escapes and slowly starts taking over the asylum. This is when the game's main storyline unfolds, where the Batman will have to stop Joker's elaborate plot to seize control of the island which Arkham Asylum was built on, trapping Batman inside with countless of his foes, both henchmen and supervillains. The game is heavily praised on its story and also its gameplay, with very fluid combat due to Batman's expertise being trained in multiple forms of martial arts, in company with his gadgets, helping you traverse around the island. If that's not to your liking, you can always use stealth to incapacitate enemies by hanging from vantage points or hidden vents below. There are also some comical moments too, where thugs have great comedic timing.
You hit like a girl!
What was that?
And in combat, where it certainly appears that you blatantly murder the inmates catastrophically. But of course, this isn't a review. This is me, being eager to platinum Batman. Arkham Asylum.
This is Security Officer Cash. We are in the mansion and have encountered armed inmates. Please respond.
The island is effectively cut off from the mainland. Nothing on or off.
Is anyone out there? We need assistance.
There
Over.
are unconfirmed reports that Batman was killed during the Joker's daring escape. But I must stress, this is currently unconfirmed. More as it happens. Back to the studio.
Thank you, Jack. We'll bring you more as it happens.
Now that I have introduced the game, time to scan the trophies. Most of these will be unlocked by just playing through the story. There are 18 of these. There are 2 missable trophies, which are to knock out all of the Joker thugs when you enter the visitors section of the penitentiary, and when Joker gases the decontamination room with the Joker toxin. Another 2 trophies are miscellaneous, involving the equipment Batman has, or unlocks. 8 combat trophies where you'll have to reach a certain number of moves in a combo and performing various tactics in combat. 8 challenge mode trophies in the challenge game mode, in which you'll have to achieve a certain number of medals in the combat and predator challenges, along with not getting hit in a combat challenge and not being seen in a predator challenge, with only using predator takedowns. Then finally there are 9 Riddler related trophy collectibles, where you'll have to find, scan and solve all the Riddler challenges on the island. Starting the game, Joker escapes custody. He is now running free in the asylum. The story continues with the Batman helping security as he makes his way through the intensive treatment building. We rack up on combat trophies, along with beginning the Riddler related collectibles and lore building. For the 3rd trophy we must apprehend Zsasz, a psychotic murderer. With each kill he tally marks on his skin, saving a special mark placement on his forehead, specifically for the Batman. Making our way up to a vantage point, we see little touches of Joker's control beginning over the building, with the camera following the Bat. Now in position, we are introduced to the glide mechanic, taking down Zsasz and saving the captured officer, in the shocking rescue trophy.
Zsasz is down.
Someone put this animal back in his cell.
A little further on we get to the first missable trophy of the game. We will have to save 2 guards and an inmate that are trapped in a room, filling with Joker's poison gas. Leave no man behind. Rescue the guards and henchmen from the Joker toxin in decontamination. Finding the Joker, he has infected a newly formed test serum called Titan into a henchman. Too heavy to attack straight on, we'll have to avoid its strong attacks. Surviving its attacks and eventually having it break down, we pop the trophy. Oh, jumped straight into that. Malpractice needs more practice. Survive the onslaught from the deformed Joker henchman. Trying to locate Commissioner Gordon after he was betrayed and captured by an officer called Frank Bowles, we use our detective vision to follow traces of alcohol from Frank's bourbon in the atmosphere. With distractions from Harley trying to slow us down along the way, we are able to use the grappling hook to get to places out of our reach. This will come in handy for collecting a lot of Riddler collectibles later on. Whilst venturing forward, we get the trophy for the 20-hit combo. Hey, FIFA combo 20. Figuring out how Batman is tracking Gordon, the Joker kills Bowles. Our trail leads to a dead end. At this point, Batman's communications are hacked by the Riddler. Whilst he boasts about being superiorly intellectual to the Bat, and condescendingly taunting him, he introduces us to a new Riddler challenge. Simply solving riddles. Another thing we'll have to keep an eye out for.
So you did it! Well done! I would have expected a child to work that one out, let alone the world's greatest detective.
Searching for more clues on Gordon's whereabouts, we escape the intensive treatment building to the island's surface. In the bronze trophy called Born Free. Getting new equipment from the Batmobile, and following a trail left by Commissioner Gordon, we use detective vision once again to find his favourite tobacco traces in the atmosphere. This so happened to be a gift from his daughter, the Oracle, Barbara Gordon, formerly Batwoman. She knows that he would never leave the gift behind. Barbara assists Batman with her computer expertise, providing the Batman with a constant stream of information in the field. I pretty much remember where all the Riddler related collectibles are, so from time to time I'll take a break in the story and clear parts of an area, so it won't be a hefty drag to do later on. Scanning a riddle earns us a trophy. Arkham Analysis. Solve 5% of the Riddler challenges. Getting so close to the 40 plus combo, we fail on one more hit. Okay, so now we run into Harley again, but this time with Gordon. Knowing what building they are now in, we gotta find another way in. Now entered, we see henchmen patrolling an area with captured workers. Taking them out one by one, we eventually get to a potential trophy, where we need to hang a henchman and cut him from a rope, scaring another henchman in the process. I of course missed the moment of impact, but it is a tactic I commonly do. Saving the workers, we find out there are more in need of help. Saving Cash and Co from a room, filling with gas, we get another Riddler trophy, solving 10% of the riddles on the island. The fun thing about these Riddler collectibles are that they give you a reward for lore building, listening to patient interviews, unlocking character models, and giving information about them to new viewers, introduces them to the Batman universe. This was the game that got it all started for me, as I was unfamiliar with it before. Continuing further, we save another doctor, and head over to get Dr. Young. Saving all the medical staff earns us another story-related trophy.
All the medical staff are safe. Time to continue following Harley Quinn and Gordon's trail.
Taking the elevator down to lower floors, something strange starts to happen. A cutscene answers our curiosity, showing Dr. Crane, Scarecrow, a man who specialises in fear-inducing gas, making a person's deepest phobia become a frightening reality. First-time players will think we finally caught up to Gordon and find him dead. Little hints like Batman's red glaring eyes and seeing his parents at the morgue will soon show that we have been poisoned by the Scarecrow.
Mom?
we find ourselves in an unusual terrain, a nightmare. This is a fun minigame where we'll have to avoid the Scarecrow's glare as we move around this area to find the bat signal to shine on him. This will get us to fight the fear gas and back into reality.
What are you doing like that?
Daydreamer.
It wasn't Gordon. Crane's gas must have affected me more than I thought.
Further on, we save Gordon from Harley. Here's where we find Bane, drained from his venom, like we've never seen him before, slender and vulnerable. But not for too long, as Joker injects a new formula of Titan, having Bane break himself out of his holding cell, starting a boss battle. Playing on the hard mode isn't necessarily difficult, but sometimes you do get blitzed. We do finally take him down after a couple of attempts, remembering how to avoid such a big Titan-fueled man, throwing batarangs and avoiding their charge. Depleting his health gets us the baneful payback trophy. Before taking Bane out with the Batmobile, he blames Dr. Young for her experiments on him. Relating to the Titan formula, Joker wants them. That explained why earlier on she was so desperate to go and find her research notes. Worried with the tests Dr. Young is doing, Batman goes to his secret Batcave on Arkham Island to analyse documented information.
Dr. Young was heading up a project. It was big, lots of external funding. Here are the last notes she filed. I can't make sense of it. What does it mean?
Hang on. These notes aren't complete. The formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young is hiding. If Joker gets his hands on this, he will create an army of 1,000 Banes.
Whilst we're down there, we get the Batclaw, able to rip out vents from above, able to go to places we couldn't before to locate Dr. Young. Heading through these new areas has us have a near run-in with Killer Croc.
Find you. Rip your flesh like paper.
With the help from the Oracle, we find out that Dr. Young was helping Joker build a formula to create a Titan army through bank payments, but she eventually blocked the money coming through, most likely due to a change of heart. Joker didn't like this, and wanted a way to get back into Arkham, find the formula, and test to create an army himself. As Joker is locked down the island, we have to find different ways into buildings now. Heading into the Arkham mansion where Dr. Young's office is gets us the break-in and entering trophy. Coming across a hefty amount of thugs to take out that are looking for Dr. Young's hidden documents containing the Titan formula, I plot to get the 40-hit combo. Plenty of space to maneuver and not jamming myself on the surrounding furniture. I do get hit a few times, but recomposing myself, I managed to start building up a combo. Come on in, get to it. Get in, free flow combo 40. I didn't think I'd get that, that was the last hit as well, I couldn't have done any more. Got away with that. After finishing off the combo and looking around more, we get a Riddler progression trophy. Lateral Thinker? Solve 25% of Riddler challenges. Tracing Dr. Young's steps, taking out more ambushes, and saving staff from what I like to call a Joker boogie bomb, we finally find the Titan formula notes and destroy them.
Oracle, I found Dr. Young's formula.
Great. So does that mean you've stopped Joker?
It's never this simple with him.
With so much going on around the asylum, with supervillains escaping and running amok, a subtle visual of gas comes through the vents as we exit the library. Scarecrow is back, and we are in for another torturous event. Reliving the night Bruce Wayne's parents were murdered. The corridor we walked through earlier is now a never-ending walkway, then turning into a shortcut through the alley Bruce's father, Thomas Wayne, thought was safe. Eventually being stopped by a robber, snatching the Mother Martha's jewellery, culminates with the two parents getting shot, and Bruce again reliving the torturous moment. Normally in this scene, from a movie, or even another game, there would be a sad score of music to accompany it. But here we are, just left with an upsetting recollection of a son practically reliving through the trauma of witnessing his parents' death, and lack of sincerity from the police officers. Other than Alfred, there is only one man that is caring enough towards him, Commissioner Gordon. A brilliant piece of storytelling in gaming right here.
You hear that? He's got a bug.
Why did you do it, officer? Why?
I don't know. It's this city. There's something wrong. And listen, son. Call me Jim.
Making our way through another one of Scarecrow's haunting mini-games, we get to the bat signal, and come to in the clock tower, earning our next trophy. Recurring nightmare. Face your biggest fears and keep your sanity. Next up, Zsasz is back, and taking Dr. Young hostage. Equipping our Batarang, we need to hit him at the right time to incapacitate the mass murderer. Doing this gets another story-related trophy. In the cutscene, Batman confronts Dr. Young and finds out Joker has Bane's venom that powers him, and now the Titan formula. We are told that gallons of the Titan is hidden in a secret lab in the Botanical Gardens. With Dr. Young going to get the codes to them, the safe is rigged with explosives, which ends up killing Dr. Young. Harley Quinn appears and kidnaps the Warden, the only other person with the codes to the garden. Using detective vision once again to trace his steps, we see more criminally insane starting to take over. Most security is overrun, and the island is turning into carnage. Even worse, Harley frees Poison Ivy, which Joker will soon inject Titan into the plants, making them grow massively, and also in Ivy's control. Finding the Warden and freeing him, we get the codes, which we can use with a hacking gadget. With upgrades, this can further help with opening doors for more Riddler trophies to be found. Whilst leaving, we run into another supervillain. Luckily, still stuck in his heavily secured cell. Along with the rewards for collecting Riddler trophies, this is another great way to lore build the Batman universe. Leaving the building won't be so easy, however. We must get through the phases of battling Harley Quinn's goons and saving more security. By the way, let me just address this now. There is no way in some of these clips that these baddies aren't seriously injured or dead. Even with the many times when I was younger playing this game, I forgot what I needed to do. I managed to escape the room filling with gas in the last second of the timer. Talk about drama. We've done that. 1 second left.
You're safe now.
Eventually, in the final meeting with Harley Quinn, more goons become deceased via blunt trauma and electric flooring. We end her mayhem and lock her up in a cell, getting one less supervillain out of the way and a trophy.
You won't find Mr. J. He's in the secret lab in the gardens and... oh crap!
Yep, I know.
Damn! Well, he'll get me out, you'll see! Yeah, you'll see.
Solitary confinement. Capture and lock up Harley Quinn. Bobbing people about left, right and centre, the next trophy earned was one of the many Riddler collectibles. Conundrum Cracker. Right, so there's a trophy to take down a Titan without throwing the Batarang. And I'm going to give it a go with these two here, because I remember I think I did it here before when I played the game the first time. Getting the trophy was actually easier than it sounded. I would either wait or bait for the first Titan henchman that was nearest to me to swing its arms, just so that it wouldn't charge at me. I would do this until the second Titan henchman would charge behind the one attacking, so that it would run through it, stunning one in the process. We then avoid the other. I would combo the stunned, all without using a batarang. When one goes to its knees, we would jump and ride it, and hit the other. We would keep on switching until the health was low, enough to do a takedown. Mano a mano. Defeat a Titan henchman without using batarangs. Started off absolutely brilliantly, had a bit of a wobble. Oh, another one, double trouble. Defeat 2 Titan henchmen at once. Now stuck and calling in the Batwing to deliver a new gadget, the line launcher, we managed to get to Ivy's hideout. After a talk, we managed to get the location of a small Titan strain of plant growing deep under Arkham Island that can counter the effects of Titan. Of course it's in Killer Croc's lair, the one person we don't want to go and battle, and we need to go into its lair, where it's at its most comfortable. Killing a thug who was in mid-sentence taunting us, we make our way back to the sewers. As we leave, we see Ivy's plants mutate and grow through the ground, taking over the island, and killing the insane that roam. Destroying the plant and attacking the thugs around the island gives us little XP, but enough to level up and upgrade health and gadgets, making the game a lot easier in the process. Working our way down the asylum, we come across for what first time players may think is a glitch. In my first playthrough, I was so confused, but with the confusement in waiting, a cutscene plays where the roles are reversed between the good guys and the baddies at the start of the game. Scarecrow is not only toying with Batman, but now the player, having their fears of the game and console breaking. After tricking you to move a middle stick around to avoid the gun, we come back into the deepest nightmare yet. Disgusting visuals all around as we battle and sneak our way through Scarecrow's playground. Having us go through 3 rounds of battling skeletons creates light in each of the bat signals as a signifier of fighting against the Scarecrow's poisonous gas. Each horde is stronger than the last, but racking up a combo quickly takes them all out, and the final light brings us back into reality. Scarecrow is in disbelief with how much toxin we have taken in and runs away. Looking around, we notice loads of unconscious bodies around us, clearly the people who we were fighting in the nightmare. As the cutscene finishes, we are rewarded with our next trophy. Resist the fear. Conquer the effects of the Scarecrow's fear gas. Finally cornering Scarecrow, his last-ditch effort to fight the Batman is spoiled by Killer Croc leaping out of the water and taking the Doctor into the depths of the river flow. In this part, Batman plans ahead, placing an explosive gel and sonar beacon to find his way out, due to the complicated layout of the old sewer system. We'll have to crouch walk to avoid making too much noise, where we could alert Killer Croc to where we are. Every now and then he'll pop up, and using the line launcher to travel faster alerts him too. Here's where we look around the maze of the old sewers to track the plants with anti-venom in them. Recovering the necessary spores and being cornered by Killer Croc, we take him out once and for all. Cleverly defeating him gets a trophy to pop.
My caves will be your tomb. I will find you!
Crocodile tears. Venture into Killer Croc's lair and come out alive. Returning to the Batcave and formulating an antidote for the effects of Titan, Ivy's plants breach the cave and destroy all the equipment. The Bat can only now synthesize 1 dose of the antidote. Heading to the garden, we see the sewer junction being polluted with Titan. Joker aims for the chamber to be filled with it, and once full, it will then be released into the Gotham River. We battle thugs, maybe killing them in the process.
Oh my god.
And shut down the water pumps to stop the spread. During this mission, we earn another Riddler-related trophy for solving 70% of them on the island. A little soon after, we ride a Titan thug. Knocking down 10 thugs with him has us pop the Freak Show Rodeo trophy.
Freak Show Rodeo. Why do Titan henchmen knock down 10 thugs? Oh my god, how did I get away with that?
Ended the battle with no health left. We make our way back to the botanical gardens to stop Ivy. With this boss battle, we just have to wait for an opening whilst avoiding her attacks as she fires spores, possessed security and thugs. Along with massive thorns she spreads into certain areas of the arena. This boss battle in my opinion is the most repetitive one of the game, and it does get a bit boring after a while, but finally finishing it, just like with all the other boss battles in the game, we are granted a trophy.
Poisoned Ivy. Defeat the giant Titan Ivy plant.
Escaping the collapsing building due to Ivy's plant, Batman escapes as Joker instigates the Bat to head over to the visitor center to confront him. But first, the second and last missable trophy. We need to take out all the henchmen waiting for us at the front of the visitor center building. Instead of doing just the boring punching to start off with, we'll place some explosive gel and bop them into the ground like a tent peg.
Let me just get a good view of this. Party pooper. KO all the henchmen celebrating your arrival at the party.
Once inside, Joker taunts with a captured Gordon and aims to shoot him with a Titan-filled dart. Batman gets in front and takes the shot instead. Resisting the change, an aggravated Joker dramatically takes a shot of the Titan, mutating into a massive monster. We are at the final part of the main story. Beat the Joker, and we stop the criminal takeover of the island. Now being dragged on top of a building, Batman uses a soul antidote on himself. Then comes the final boss fight. Using the grappling hook to tug Joker onto the floor gets him stuck. This is where we do our damage, stopping the Joker's plan and putting him into custody.
I can take it. I can take anything you throw at me, Bats. You can't beat me. I'm actually going to win. Ready for the next round?
Always.
What?
I'll never let you win. Never.
Completing the game, we get 3 trophies that stack due to playing on the hard difficulty, finishing on easy, normal, and hard mode.
Dad, thank God. I was so worried.
I'm fine, Barbara. The GCPD finally has control of the asylum. Doctors are treating the injured, but it looks like it'll take some time. All super criminals are back in custody. Quite a mess in there. And the venom-enhanced inmates are returning to normal. Though for some, the process can be quite painful.
Dad, how are you doing?
I'll survive. See you tonight, Barbara. Shame about your car. Can I give you a ride?
Thanks, Jim, but I have one on the way.
Get some rest. You deserve it.
Second National Bank was just robbed by Harvey Dent, a.k.a.
Stay safe, Jim.
2 officers down. The suspect is fleeing in their patrol.
We are also teased with a post-credits scene, perhaps hinting at something in a future game.
He's alive.
So now that the story is complete, we decide on finding the remaining Riddler trophies. We will search them again around the map with our gadgets and upgrades, knowing we can now get into places that were once inaccessible, in one of the gazillion Riddler collectible trophies.
Riddle Resolver. Solve 85% of Riddler challenges.
For fans of the series, I'm sure by now that you know this fact, but there is an Easter egg that apparently no one had ever found until someone who was involved with the game had mentioned it. Blowing up a wall in the warden's office leads you to a hidden room that teases the next game, where part of Gotham is shut down and turned into an area where criminals will be placed, called Arkham City. This room shows concept art pieces and schematics to the Arkham City plan. Back to the trophies, along with the Riddler collectibles, there are also Arkham Chronicles we have to find, by scanning slabs hidden around the island with a Beetle logo on them. It goes through the story of Amadeus Arkham's family history, from the murder of his wife and daughter, all the way to Amadeus being admitted into his own asylum. These are told by the Warden, who believed that he was the spirit of Arkham. Scanning 23 of the 24 Chronicle of Arkham markers, we need to search for the final one. The key to solving the mystery of Arkham is the Warden, so we head over to his last known location. But something seems different.
Why did the Warden take off so quick? I thought you told him to stay put.
My name is Quincy Sharp, the spirit of Amadeus Arkham. I implore you, continue my work. This city deserves a savior. Continue my work.
For the last Riddler trophy, and there was a load of them for me to solve, was to solve a riddle. Finding all 240 Riddler related events results in you finding his location, and having the GCPD capturing and arresting the Riddler to his surprise.
What? You did it? You must have cheated. There is no way you could have beaten me. Well, you asked for it, Batman. My final challenge for the whole of Gotham is just seconds away. What? Sirens. The police. You cheated, Batman. You couldn't have outsmarted me. Please, open up! No. Open the door, now! Now! Down on the ground! Down on the ground! No! Tell me, how did you work out where I was? Do you hear me? I, Edward Nigma,
From here, I decided to move on to the challenge modes. A cool mode where you can also play as the Joker. Playing as Batman is fun, but it's a nice change of pace playing a bad guy with a different loadout and a unique moveset. In the combat challenges, there are two different modes. A combat mode, where you need to earn a certain amount of points to get medals, and a Predator mode, which is a stealth mode, where you'll have to do certain tasks to earn medals. During the combat challenge, I managed to get a trophy for performing a perfect combo, including all of Batman's combat moves. To go with this, I earned another for not taking any damage in a combat challenge.
Flawless free flow fighter. Complete one combat challenge without taking damage.
In each of the different challenge modes, trophies are got earning medals. Earning 8, then 16, and 24 will get you the bronze, silver, and gold trophies for both combat and predator challenges.
Predator bronze.
Whilst on our way to this, there was a trophy to take everybody down using only stealth takedowns on a predator challenge, without being spotted. The most enjoyable of the challenges for me was the predator challenges. Seeing a time on the screen really made me want to finish the game as quick as I could. At one time, back in my Xbox days, I got first in the world, which was a class achievement for someone who spent time finding quicker ways to finish a map, earning 3 medals. Unfortunately, that record has most likely been beaten by hundreds of players, with all that remains is a dodgy photo from an iPhone 4.
Free flow gold. Achieved 24 medals and combat challenges. We've done them all! Oh, perfect night! 100% complete!
Eventually completing all of the challenges with the 3 medals earned grants us the gold trophy for 100% in the game, but I have kept some easy trophies for last. Back into the story mode where we have done everything, finished the story and all of the Riddler's collectibles. I need to glide over 100 meters with Batman continuously. At the top of the clock tower is a perfect place to do this, getting a great view of most of the island surrounded by the light nights of Gotham City.
Night glider. Glide continuously over 100 meters. As we have an overview of what is going to be Arkham City, currently Gotham City, and an oversized moon. We're going to line up a good shot for the platinum. A lovely shot to get the platinum. Catch a batarang. The platinum trophy. Platinum trophy, 100%.
Lovely. And there we are then, another platinum to add to the collection. If there's anyone still watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again for more platinum content.